It's one of those military traditions that has stubbornly resisted the digital age. U.S. Marine recruits cannot make calls or send emails from boot camp, but they can write letters. Some might bemoan the difficulty in sending their loved one an electronic holiday greeting this time of year, but a Crystal City startup called Sandbox has figured out a way around the problem. The firm has developed an app allowing family members to type a note on their smartphone and have it turned into a printed letter and mailed the old-fashioned way. The company's founders regard the app as more than just a mailing service. It's a bridge between the austere basic training environment and the smartphone-obsessed world recruits leave behind. Among those leading the effort is Ray Smith, a decorated Marine general who earned the nickname E-Tool for allegedly killing a man with an entrenching tool, essentially a shovel, when his service weapon malfunctioned at a critical moment. He told Task and Purpose, a military blog, that the story was more of a legend, which he defined as a pack of lies that was built on an original kernel of truth. Smith, now 71, said he is devoting his retirement to getting his 4-year-old startup off the ground. "I was supposed to be an old retired guy, but now I'm not," Smith said. Smith has teamed up with Sam Meek, a Marine sergeant who left the military in 2007 to work for a Wall Street hedge fund. The two met in 2011 and discussed a mutual interest for connecting the extended military community, not just enlisted service members but also wives, husbands, parents, friends, siblings, anyone with a connection to the armed forces. Meek said he first saw the power of social media when he returned from his first tour of duty in Iraq, made a MySpace page for his battalion and began to think over business opportunities. "We thought to ourselves, what's the choke point for the audience? It happens to be boot camp," Meek said. So they founded Sandbox in 2013 and launched the Letters app the following year. Ultimately, he said, their goal is to identify friction points in the military journey and look for creative ways to solve them. One of Smith's earlier ventures was a website for military spouses to stay in touch with deployed loved ones. Smith sees a generational divide between the young, smartphone-toting men and women enlisting for the first time and the regimented military environment they become a part of at basic training. The culture shock of suddenly losing contact with the online world can take a toll on morale and interfere with training. "It's a very traumatic shock to be forced off the grid that way," he said. "It's a really big deal for this younger generation." The Letters platform, available for Apple iOS and Android smartphones, has yet to attract a huge audience, but company executives say the users they do have are devoted, sending close to 900,000 letters since the app was released. To give the app a boost for the holidays, the company is teaming up with Veterans of Foreign Wars, one of America's oldest veterans associations. The VFW offered to pay for the next 5,000 letters sent through the app.